Zack Snyder wasn't the problem. Zack Snyder was not the problem. Visually, the guy is fucking genius. Honestly, yeah, he had his overly dark, whatever the hell you people want to call it, visualization is fantastic. I loved it so much. Not the best script writer, but that's shit we can deal with. I loved the concept of a world already in progress. A world we didn't have to set up with origin stories over and over again. A world that was already established. It's just Superman was introduced 20 years into it, or a long time into it. It's been so long that Wonder Woman done gave up and quit trying to be an ambassador. Robin died. Bruce snapped, start killing people. The Atlanteans secluded under the water and detached themselves from man. It was a dark world with no hope. And I loved how it was building up to Superman ultimately dying, being the hope that being the beacon that brings hope back into the world, and the Justice League unites together. See, I feel like what Zack Snyder wanted to do was like make a Man of Steel, then like a Batman v Superman, where maybe Wonder Woman was probably introduced but didn't really do much. You just kind of saw Diana Prince within the movie, and then make a movie called like Dawn of Justice, where they work together to stop Doomsday and Superman dies, and that lets Batman, and that would be Batman's redemption story, and Wonder Woman would want to be a hero again. I think that's what he wanted to do. What Warner Brothers made him do was make one movie and then took the 3-hour movie he had and cut it to shit and utterly destroyed the coherence of the story and the message it's trying to convey, or the point it was trying to get to. And then they cut it to shit and made one really terrible theatrically released movie. The Ultimate Edition of the movie is a lot better. It explains a lot more. But if you don't like Man of Steel, you won't like the Ultimate Edition. And I think Justice League was supposed to be this movie where, with this newfound hope found within Superman, Superman inspiring Batman to be a hero again, inspired Wonder Woman to be a hero again. They'll go find newer heroes and bring about the age of heroes again. As Wonder Woman said, like the age of heroes won't come again. Superman's supposed to bring about the age of heroism. And then these characters will once again be these beacons of light that we know them to be. Everybody's complaint was Batman's fucking dark and everything's this and that. And I don't think anybody gets that was the point. It was like he was creating multiple character arcs throughout several movies instead of just like these characters being utterly defined in one movie. And that's it. There's nothing else to him. I liked what he was doing. I love the concept of fallen heroes getting their hope back through Superman, and it just Warner Brothers wouldn't let him do it. I know that's what he was going for, and it would have been great if he would have been able to kept his style, but Warner Brothers wouldn't let him do it. And then they kicked him out of Justice League, and then they turned it into, which is not a bad movie, but not what it was going to be. And I know that wasn't what Snyder was going to turn that movie into. I mean, you can tell what Snyder did. I mean, I can tell. I mean, of course I can't tell. Like, I'm not psychic, but like, you get a real good feeling of what Snyder put in that movie, and then what Whedon put in that movie. Like Aquaman stealing shit for no reason, Flash getting up really quickly off of Wonder Woman. The Superman revival scene, I'm pretty sure was all Zack, Joss Whedon. I'm pretty sure that wasn't Snyder, or at least not the way it happened. But yeah. Zack Snyder wasn't the problem, and his vision would have been incredible if it would have been able to been properly introduced. If Warner Brothers wouldn't have been like, "Hey, there's a handful of people who don't like what you're doing, so we're gonna change everything you're trying to do." And I feel like, unfortunately, Justice League felt like DC's best attempt at a Marvel movie. I mean, like the tone, yeah, like you know how like okay, I don't care in Marvel movies. But in a Marvel movie, outside of like Winter Soldier, none of them really felt like they had any real stakes to them. Like, you get why the threat is the threat, but you just knew they were gonna be daddy, It was just like reading a comic book. And originally, the DCEU was gonna be like this gritty, hyper-realistic take on the DC characters, and I felt like it would have only worked with them. You can't really do a story about a fallen Iron Man being brought back to his goodness through Captain America. I don't really got the same effect, you know. And unfortunately, in Justice League, a lot of the dialogue fell flat. Still love the movie, but like a lot of that message of hope they were trying to convey, it just fell flat to me. Because I was like, well, you didn't. I get what you were going for, but you didn't do it right because you kept fucking it up. I don't know. It's your boy, Soulfish. Hell Hydra.